We've just beaten Aston Villa 2-0, Jem. I mean, 2 games on the trot. What's going on?
It's great, isn't it? Obviously, we was at Milan together, such a great win as well. And to be honest, today it was a little bit different. I think when you look at the overall way the game went in itself, I just felt like we didn't have control of the game. I felt the back three weren't very balanced when you look at Cucurella, Chalobah, Silva as well. But at the end of the day, we're going to have games like this. It's games where we're not going to play well. And especially in the first half. I even think the second half we didn't play too well as well. But, you know, Graham Potter made certain decisions, bringing in Koulibaly and whatever else. And, you know, the most important thing for us is getting the 3 points and walking away from this place, do you know what I mean? But, yeah, Mason Mount stepping up, as always, mate. You know, Mason Mount stepping up. Big up to Johnny on that. But I just thought Mason Mount and Kepa, especially in the first half, impressive, wasn't it? So...
We were just talking about this. I mean, when it comes to man of the match, it's hard to split the two.
Like, when you look at the overall game, I think in the first half you could clearly say that Kepa easily, it could have been 3-4-1. Like, if Kepa didn't make so many sort of important saves, and these are the things that I've been waiting to see Kepa do. I think the last couple of games I've not really seen him be sort of challenged, you know. In this game he was challenged, he was put to the test, and he made some great saves. And I mean, with Mason Mount, you know, the first goal you could say maybe was a little bit lucky in terms of like how it landed, but he still had to finish it. And with the second goal, I mean, from where I stood, it looks amazing the way it went in. I know some people were saying the goalie sort of maybe made you know, a bit of an upset there, but to be honest, for me, I'd probably give it to Mount. For me,
Mount, well, he did win us the game. Kepa kept us in, but yeah, it's hard to split the two. Now we talk about the imbalance with the back three. Obviously, when Cucurella came off, and who else was it that came off as well?
Cucurella and
Havertz. It completely changed everything. I thought we were a lot more solid defensively. But let's think about it. Villa, they were hitting the post in the first half. We were getting a lot more blocks in, especially with Koulibaly. What did you think about his performance and how Potter's managing sort of the team in that sense?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think it's clear today that I don't think Cucurella is a back three player. I think he's better than suited in the 4 system. He's actually better off as a wing back where Chilwell was playing, in my honest opinion, I think, to be honest. But, you know, Koulibaly came in and we had more balance. And, you know, from Koulibaly to Silva to Chalobah, who even I thought in the first half Chalobah was a little bit dodgy in there. But, you know, we just looked better at the back. I still don't think that we played, our transitions weren't great moving forward.
Up the Villa, come on. What's this for, boys?
We're live, mate.
Chelsea TV.
Yeah, Chelsea. Yeah.
Up the Villa, come on.
No, up the Villa, mate. Up the Chelsea.
There we go. But yeah, as we were saying, mate, obviously talking about the performance, Koulibaly balancing the team out. Jorginho as well. He had a little bit of a dip in the beginning of the season, getting a lot of criticism, and he come in against AC Milan. My opinion, he was the man of the match. Came on, changed the game today as well. He's controlling that midfield.
Yeah, I thought him coming on later on, sort of, I don't know. We know he's very good with the ball, and, you know, moving the ball sideways, backwards, and whatever, keeping the tempo of the play good. At that point, after Mount had scored the goal, it was really just about Chelsea keeping the ball. I don't think, like, with the forward line, I just wasn't so impressed with the forward line, you know. And I think Sterling and Aubameyang for me were poor today. They were shocking today. And I know Havertz got taken off in the first half. Don't get me wrong, he didn't have a great first half. But for me, I think Broa deserves more minutes. You should be bringing Broa on, giving the boy the opportunity, especially even if it is tiredness. Just say Aubameyang didn't play well today because he was tired. Give Broa the minutes. Don't bring him on the 85th minute and give him 5 minutes left in the game. We've got a good squad. We should be rotating that squad heavily. And that's what it's about for me, you know?
With Aubameyang, though, would you not agree that it doesn't matter how he plays, as long as he's getting the ball in the back of the net, you know, that's all you're looking for?
And he is doing that, but today he just looked, him and Sterling, you know, they both in the second half were playing closer to each other, but they just both looked very, they weren't interested, you know, they weren't really chasing the ball, making runs, you know, they wasn't relieving pressure off the defence when we were getting pressured in the first 10-15 minutes of that second half, which was, you know, a bit of an issue for us. And then, you know, for me, you know, Broa should have came on earlier. And, you know, maybe Pulisic for Sterling. But overall, look, I'm happy at the end of the day. I'm not going to sit here and start slagging off the players and what this, that and the other. They've came from Milan, come over to here. We got the 3 points. And I think Graham Potter, whatever he's doing, the magic is working, isn't it, at the moment? So
he's got his magic wand. He's using it, and let's hope he keeps using it. What are your thoughts just going into Brentford?
We need to just continue, you know, we need to be more consistent. I mean, we are being consistent, sorry, but when you look at our, you know, our wins and whatever, I think now it's just about seeing if we can actually, you know, put some games together, a long run of form, you know, put some points on the board, keep the pressure up in terms of getting Champions League football, maybe put a little bit of pressure on the top. Who knows? It's still very early doors. What is it, 10 games in? So for me, it's like, you know, as bad as we was under Tuchel that people were moaning about and where we are now, you know, it ain't really that bad. And I think with Chelsea, it's better that we're sort of kept quiet. People are not looking at us too much or not thinking that we're going to do stuff, because that's when we're the most dangerous in my eyes, you know. So
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Look, the one thing I will say though is a lot of Chelsea fans, especially with Tuchel, they didn't have high standards. Do you think that with the great start Potter's had, those standards are going to change, or do you still feel like we've got to be realistic with the squad that we have?
I think we have to be realistic. Don't get me wrong. I don't feel that some of these players, especially since Tuchel took over, have really showed us a certain amount of consistency in their own performances. So the test now is, we're playing well and we're winning games, but are we actually going to see consistency from the players in their own performances? And that's the difference, because we know that we can go and win 3-0 one game, and then next game we're like the complete opposite and we lose 2-0 and we don't even have a shot. And, you know, so for me that, you know, some people felt that was a manager thing. For me, there is a bit of a player. For me, there's still like a player thing there as well. So, you know, we'll have to just see. We have to see the next couple of games how we move forward, mate.
Thank you very much, Jem.
Nice.
Cheers, buddy.
Up,